Hi, welcome to Third Eye Thursday here at Vision Quest Metaphysical Bookstore. I'm Dylan, and tonight we have Miss Jerry with us. She has been with us before, but we're glad to have you back.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It has been, and it's been fun, but I'm glad. I'm glad you're back tonight. So if you don't know what tonight is all about, tonight we will be doing, Miss Jerry here, will be doing some free readings for you guys, so make sure to leave your comments, your questions in the comments for us, if I can speak clearly. And yeah, if you're, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're, back again after coming back every week, hi, we're glad to have you. So let's learn a little bit about you. This will be fun. When did you first kind of notice your gifts?
Oh, when I was about 5.
Wow.
And so,
Specific.
yeah, I remember it specifically. We lived in Ohio at the time, and my twin sister and I began to see phenomenon, and we were comparing notes and stuff, but we didn't really tell anybody. We just thought it was kind of cool.
Oh. What kind of phenomena did you see?
Well, like, the grays and light in the tree outside of our bedroom, like a orb,
Oh, very cool.
And so we've always been pretty connected to the other realms.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There are quite a few of them. They're fun. So you've been with us for how many years now at this point? She's been with us for many years. She's one of our longer standing readers here, and
Yeah, I'm one of the old folks.
we love having you.
Thank you, honey. Now, I came to the store, I think in 96, and then I worked till 01 or 02. And then I was gone for 9 years, raising some kids and being married and doing all that stuff. And then I came back after 9 years, and I think I've been here about 5.
Nice.
Yeah, so the total of maybe 12 to 13 years, but very,
Broken
very
up a little
acquainted
bit.
with the store. Very much acquainted with the store.
Very cool.
For 22 years, I think.
Very nice.
And then, we have a rapport here, and, we consider it our tribe, and the energy in this store right now is just so wonderful. And we have a newly designed crystal room, and it's gorgeous. So you can see, right here, these beautiful crystals. That's just a tiny little tip on the iceberg. You gotta come see them. They're very well done. I mean, all the staff worked so hard. It's beautiful. You gotta come see it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun putting it all together and seeing all the new things that have been coming in.
You did such a good job.
Yeah, it's definitely been good.
And then we also have more crystal, and of course the crystals, but then we have more incense, and we have more candles, and the best sellers are always here, and lots and lots of JT's, candles and sage. What else?
Candles, sage, incense, crystals, books, tarot cards, jewelry.
There you go.
Hold on. You want the list? I can give you the list. I've been here about 4 years. I know it all at this point.
She's one of our little rocks here, behind the scenes, And then we have also hypnotherapy and what is it called that Miley does?
The Rising
The
Star.
Rising Star. Okay, so that's a very interesting modality you should check out. But the hypnotherapy, and then the chakra balancing, and then we do Reiki, and all the energy work that you would assume you would find here, you will absolutely find it here.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, we're having a little bit of technical, having to plug in the what we're
Battery?
using. Yeah, plug in the battery a little bit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
But no, it's our charismatic energy. And so we're just having a good time. And see, that's the cool thing about this, is that we just go with the flow, and we're live, and so here we go. This is live.
This is live.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. We have a background person running around doing all of this that we're having to direct and everything. So what are some of your things that you kind of love to do here?
Well, you see, I'm very connected to the emotional body. And so that means that I'm always acutely aware of how people are doing. You know, I'm naturally just checking with them all the time. So what I love about what we do here is everyone has their own talents and everyone has their own skills. And so mine happens to be that I'm very empathic and I'm telepathic and I'm clairvoyant and I do psychometry and you know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That is a lot of stuff.
And that was just some of it.
Some of it.
Yeah.
And I know one of the big things that you do here that not really anyone that I know is the pet psychic stuff. You're really good with pets.
Aww.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, thank you.
You're able to, and if I remember correctly, that's something you got from your dad?
No, yes, yes it is. My dad, you see, he was the seventh son, and he was a Leo. Now, Leos tend to be very, very wise. Now, they can be all kinds of things, but wisdom usually is in the mix. And so, with his wisdom, his gift of wisdom, and his gift of spirituality and faith, then animals would always just come to our door. And he has treated and released back into the wild everything from snakes to owls. And so he taught us to just be attuned to animals, that it was a natural thing. And I can do the medical intuitive thing around animals. I can tell what they're feeling, what their opinions are, and even when they have questions or complaints. So it's not something that I've developed consciously, or with intention, but it's just a second nature.
Very cool,
Mhm.
yeah. So those are some fun things that she does here for us. Because all of our psychics, you all kind of have your little thing.
Niche,
That's
huh?
yours. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
oh no, definitely, please.
Oh, well, you see, the differences in the psychics, some people come in here and they want to read and have maybe 3 or 4 readings to determine what they're going to choose to do over a very, very important decision. And so as that happens, you see, then each person's presentation and interpretation of the tarot has to do then with where it's going to settle in that person's spirit and energy. And so we encourage that. And so that's, you're going to get a different dose of medicine every time you read with someone different. But that's a good medicine. It's a good salad,
It is,
good stuff.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, everyone that's coming in now, or if you've been here from the beginning, hi, welcome. We do have a few questions we can get started with if you like. If you
Can I say something though?
Yes, definitely, please.
Okay, you guys, I want you to know that sweet Dylan, I've known her since she was a little girl. I mean, she was like 14 or 15, and she is growing up to be such a wonderful spirit and an angel and a healer and a mommy, and she's one of the backbones of the store. And so I'm really proud to be here with her, and she's a very good reader. So, but even though that's supposed to be a secret, we won't tell anybody.
Come on, it's our little thing. Come on, come
She's my girl.
Yeah, she outed me last week. We're good.
Yeah.
But I leave this up to you guys. It's a lot more fun for you, and then they can come in and see you guys. And if you guys want to come in and see Miss Jerry, she is here. What are your days here?
I'm off on Tuesdays Wednesdays and Thursdays.
So you're
I'm here Friday through Tuesday.
And it's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except for on Saturday and Sunday. She's only here until from 10 till 5. And if you want to come in, come see us at 3114 East Indian School Road. We're in Phoenix. Or if you can't come in, please give us a call. She can always do phone readings for you. And you can give us a call at 480-949-1888. I'm so glad I actually said the store's number and not my cell phone. Because
that could be bad.
I say my phone number everywhere else. So let's get into some readings for you tonight. We do have a few questions. We have Heather who says, will you please do a reading for me? So I'm guessing just a kind of general look into things for Heather.
It feels like the shift that you're becoming aware of in your life is actually going to turn into a huge blessing. Because I know it's scary to feel shifting and changes in the wind, but it's only an indicator to prepare and to be fluid. And so there's about 2 or 3 areas in your life I think that you're probably looking at, and it can be a little intimidating, but take heart. It'll be okay. Choose wisely, and with every choice, what you want to do is qualify it by thinking to yourself, is this choice going to lead me in the direction that I want to go? And if it does, then do it. And see, you are your own sovereign, so you make your own choices. Okay? All right. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Now, the energy that I feel through, this live video, the energy is coming through, and there's lots and lots of love, and I appreciate that. Can you feel it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so I can feel the sweet, supportive hearts out there. And so what we're doing is free readings, and you ask your questions through the comments, and as we can get to you, I will be so happy to see what I get.
Yeah, and we'll try to get through as many people as we can tonight. We do only have Miss Jerry here for an hour, so we'll see how much we can get through in that time. Heather, along with that, is wondering if she'll find out anything going on with her health.
This year, I think what you're going to do is probably have a determination of more than likely a change in lifestyle and diet, and it doesn't necessarily mean losing weight. It might mean something along the lines of blood pressure, cholesterol, even hormones, but what you do throughout the day will determine how well you rest at night, and also it'll help your attitude to stay manageable and your outlook to stay manageable, So just lighten up on the things, the foods that have lesser life force, and you'll be headed in the right direction as far as your diet goes. And that's for your health. It's not necessarily for, vanity. Good luck to you.
Yeah. And I will say this now before I say it later and forget. If I mispronounce anyone's names wrong, I am so sorry. It's hard. I have a hard name, so I understand. I don't think Dylan's difficult, but it is.
Yeah, me too.
We have Julissa, who says, I'd love a reading regarding pregnancy for me.
Oh, I love pregnancy.
Yeah, and she is crazy good with pregnancy. Crazy good. She, both of my girls, she knew that they were girls, knew as soon as, I was pregnant, as soon as I was pregnant. So yeah,
and that's not my only experience in that regard.
No, our manager, another one, she's done great with that one too. She had the same moment, kind of walked in and went, "Hi, you're pregnant," and she was.
There you go.
So that's a great question.
Yeah, I'm a medical
Jerry.
intuitive, just so you know. Okay. Now, what was the question?
Regarding pregnancy.
Oh, the pregnancy. If I can stay focused enough to get it. Okay. And your name again?
Julissa?
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 Julissa. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'll just call you Jay. And what I'm seeing is two little girls. And those girls are like flowers to you. They're a garden. You will raise them up to bring them up to be like little fashionistas, but super duper smart in the ways of business. So whoever the business person is in your family, I think they're going to have a big influence on how they develop themselves and step into a professional and a productive lifestyle when they grow up. Wowee!
There you
that
go.
was quite a span.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't just like, hi, pregnancy, but it was like, yes, this and a lot more about
And
them.
you're asking when? Okay, so when? I'm thinking about August.
Oh.
Yeah, so don't stress. Don't stress. Okay, what else?
Yeah. Anna is asking, and it might be Anna Marie, I don't know if she uses both names.
Okay.
Anything from me regarding my new job?
Now, your new job, it has to do with kind of doing something out of the realm of your comfort zone, but that's okay. Because you see, what's happening is you're having a chance to grow and challenge yourself, and you're having a chance to stretch yourself so you can see that you are even more capable than you may have thought. So be brave, make a choice where the role may not be comfortable for you. Do not choose something you could do behind, with your hand behind your back and your eyes closed. Challenge yourself, grow, be brave, and do something you're not comfortable with, but follow what leads you in the light. Yeah.
Hey.
And so in 6 weeks, I think you will have a new normal in your working experience. Okay?
Very
Thank you.
Yeah. We have Floor asking, will I find love?
Believe it or not, you are a flower. Now, you don't have to run around and find someone to come into your life. You just stay stationary. And the most important thing about this, being the flower, always show your true colors. Be happy where you're at. Blossom in your own way. And then it comes. Because if you can find that steadfast security inside yourself, that you know who you are, then you won't lose yourself. Because the next one coming in is going to more than likely be a test, and that means that he's going to push you probably further than you've gone before as far as being vulnerable and in love. But you have to train him as he's training you how to treat you. And so be focused on what that kind of criteria might consist of, But I'm thinking maybe October is when you're going to either become much more close in a relationship that's around you now, or it'll be a brand new relationship. But either way, it's a brand new energy around love. Yeah.
Very
Thank you.
We have Vanetta asking anything on my health or career.
Could it be? I just got a big ol' whammy. Could it be that maybe your health is related to the fear around expansion, and that maybe if you allowed, and I'm not saying that you don't have conditions, I'm saying there's a difference between having pain and suffering. And you don't have to suffer. So if you can let go of the suffering, that brings you to a job that is now projecting what you really, really enjoy doing. So this is kind of a change in you that brings a change in the things around you. Does that make sense? So trust the elements and the omens that show up around you right now, and then relax and allow yourself to feel some joy or happiness and hope, along with love. But remember, all those things I just mentioned, we have to give away what we need most. So if you're giving that away, then you're learning how to receive it. Yeah. So God bless you, honey. You're going to be okay, but you got to get that, determined. Have you ever heard of the book by Louise Hay, Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life? Well, it has affirmations in there about learning to love your body and different parts of your body and what they represent metaphysically. And so that's what I'm saying, is that you have some kind of a metaphysical block there, and your body is paying the price for it. So if you can align that, then everything else just falls into place, and all the elements now are cooperating with you instead of against you. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
And for anyone that, if Jerry's getting to your questions and you still kind of want to expand upon them, you can always come in and see her, or you can call into the store. She's available Friday through Tuesday is what we determined.
That would be correct, yes.
There we go. I'll get that down one day. And if you want to come in, you can see her. You can come in at 3114 East Indian School Road. We're in Phoenix. And if you can't come in, whether you live in the state, out of the state, whichever one, but you can't make it in, you can give us a call at 480-949-1888. All the days you're here from 10 to 6, except Saturday, 10 to 5. And Sunday. I'll get that right. I should know the schedule, right?
I know you do.
I'm new here.
No.
almost 4 years under this belt. We're going to keep going with it, too. Now, let's see what else we can get for you going on here.
Okay.
We have Jasmine saying, I would like to know if I am going on the right path with my life and business.
You know you are. Oh, don't give up. What you're doing is special. And what you're doing is going to bring all kinds of new opportunities in your life. And it'll also take you to a place of meeting people you wouldn't have normally met. So, shake that off. It's not really weighing you down too much. But it's okay to be confident. And it's okay to be a little bit conceited. Because, you know, that's what I'm learning anyway, how you promote yourself. So, you know, you got to promote yourself and put your best foot forward. But that doesn't mean at the expense of your own comfort and happiness. Do what you love and what makes you feel good, but there's work along with it.
Yeah, I've always said whenever it seems like you're being selfish or conceited, it's not always a matter of that. Usually people that are called that, they're usually the most open-hearted people you can find. So it's like, no, you're not really being selfish and conceited. You're just finally
you're doing
taking
it right.
care of yourself.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
And people don't notice that. So.
And also, too, I think it's because people are intimidated by what kind of empowerment that provides.
It can. It definitely can.
Yeah. And then they misunderstand it. So what I'm really describing is healthy selfishness that comes from the security of knowing who you are in spirit and who you are in your role as Dylan and Jerry and who you may be.
Yeah.
I know. You know, it's so easy, children can do it. And we have to intellectualize the heck out of it before we figure that out, that it's just really simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watching two children grow up, you just
I
kind
know,
of learn
huh?
that, why did we step out of that?
I know, huh? Well, because we were taught to by outside forces. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, too, I want to let you know that I'm an intuitive astrologer, so I basically know enough to make me dangerous, and the spirit makes me more effective. And so I did a taping for The List on Channel 15, and I'm not sure when it's going to be, but watch on our website, because we'll put it on there for you.
We'll definitely make sure
Facebook
it's up
page.
here and everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's about the third time I've done that for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about astrology.
Nice.
And so there you go. The intuitive astrologer lives.
Oh, that's great. You know enough to make you dangerous.
Yeah, it's an old saying.
It's new to me.
Yay,
We're good. Maybe new to some others out there, too.
There you go.
We have Katie, who just says, hi, would love to hear from you. Nothing in particular. Please and thank you. So...
Around you there is peace. There's prosperity and manifestation. Surrendering to that will take you to the next level. Try very, very hard to breathe deep and exhale fear, doubt, and almost panic sometimes. There's peace around you everywhere. And just know I'm sending a big old fat hug. I love you.
She gives good hugs.
No,
She does.
she does too.
We have Elisa saying, do you see me being successful moving out on my own? And when, if you will?
Okay. Elisa, right? Alexis?
Lisa.
Lisa?
Yes.
Okay. Lisa, honey, it's not time yet. There's still some preparation to do. It feels like you're getting excited and that you really want to do it now. But timing's everything. So wait until, you really feel like your feet are on the ground about this. And if they are, if you already feel like that, then it's time to jump. But if you don't feel secure enough yet to jump, then that's the omen or the intuitive or spirit message. It's still time to just kind of stay behind the gate. You don't have to run yet. So pause for a moment. Feel and quiet yourself to what's going on around you, and then you get in there. It's kind of jumping rope, actually. I just thought of that. Isn't that cool? It's like jumping rope, going into spirit.
Okay, yeah.
You got to align it
Got to
And
time
then-
it right,
right.
and make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
Thanks, guys.
The things we learn,
we
figure
do.
out,
We do.
whatever the words may be there.
Hmm. We learn how to interpret one baby step at a time.
Baby steps. Baby
Mhm,
steps. That's
mhm.
all it takes.
That's true.
Mora is saying, I have a boyfriend from the past that is back. Are we a good match?
Laura?
Mora.
Mora. Wait 10 days. That's what I'm hearing loud and strong. And then ask that question. I think you'll know within 10 days. Go slow. Take baby steps. Keep your perspective. And then determine what you're going to do with him. Like third party the situation, so that the crazy and love you, the one that's so smitten, doesn't have the last word. Keep her under check. Just for 10 days. Okay? Because it could be really, really fun and hot. But then again, you know, those kinds of things kind of fizzle out as fast as they start. And then where are you? Back in the old dynamic and thinking, what the heck happened? What did I do? So slow your roll. Be logical, but wise. But have fun too. You know, it's a fine balance. But you can do it. You can do it. Use your wisdom. And don't let your, you know, all the good stuff on a carnal, mortal level distract you from your path. Okay? Thank you.
Bonnie is saying, I would like a reading, mostly on timing.
Do you know, what was her name?
Bonnie.
Bonnie, honey, you know, timing is such a tricky thing when it comes to spirit, because we're the only ones really in the time grid, and most of them don't even understand what being in time is about. And like children, they're very literal, and so whatever we're speaking, then that's what they think is our truth. So they're like, okay, I'm happy to give it to you. And the timing oftentimes is to protect us, because do you know that if you stop and quiet yourself enough to recognize what's going on throughout your day, you will find that there are things you will be delayed from doing, and there are things that are going to just be dumped in your lap, and you have to be willing to not have an opinion. You have to be willing to just swim through it. You don't analyze and come to conclusions about the condition of the water around you as you're swimming through it, you know? So it's exactly like that. You swim through life. You flow. And like the fish, with no concern about what's going on that doesn't have anything to do with you. That's where we really get stuck, because we start thinking about everybody else, and then our own timing is delayed because we've got everybody else's stuff in our business. You know, and that's what letting go is about. Letting go and just letting God deal with everybody else around you, but you just focus on you, you know, in a healthy way. Your relationship, you see. Did that make sense?
I believe so. I understood it.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay, what else?
let's see what else we have. Natasha is saying, will I be moving or staying put?
Are you thinking about leaving this, like before the month is over? I see you going somewhere in February where you're getting on a plane or out of a car, and it's cloudy, maybe icy and snowy, maybe, and that you've left Arizona when it's warm, and wherever you go, it's cold. So that may be literal, or it could be even energetically. So just remember to dress for it. You know, whether it's physical or etherical, you be prepared, because it's coming, and acclimating to your situation is between you and spirit and nothing else. So everything, you know, there will be things that will be familiar, and there will be things that will be completely different. Try not to slow down and take real careful steps when you arrive where you're going. You step in that with power, and you walk into rooms and where people recognize and feel that you have walked into the room. Be bold. You're going to be okay, and this is cool. I think you're going to be happier and more comfortable with the environment and even the nature around you. It's kind of more you. Yeah.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Very
Mhm.
fun. Brandy is saying that I asked this before and I was told I was okay. Recently they found a tumor in my breast. Now what's my path look like? So with the medically intuitive.
Can you tell us what side? Because see, that's going to also determine what's going on too. That's a big clue. So Dylan will watch for your comment. And so what I'll continue though to talk about as we're watching for your comment is that when you're looking at the condition of the situation, what you're looking at is some kind of a block, right? Well, now it's in the breast, so that would be like the
Left.
sacral chakra. It's the left? Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. Okay, so the left is the feminine side. Now the left being the feminine side, that means this is about receivership, and because it is the breast, it's about maternal stuff, and it could be your own issues around maternal, or it could be your issues with your own mom, or it could be your issues, how you see yourself as a mother to your own children. And so really it's about breathing it in, accepting what Spirit's telling you instead of what the pain may be telling you of a relationship that kind of, had a real bad bump in the road that you've held on to with your mom or you with your kids. Judgment is a destructive thing. So try to get out of the judgment. And remember, exhaling, letting go, and letting it be exactly what it is, and visualize it just dissipating. I really think, though, that the treatment that you have done, you will see that it's so much more manageable than you thought it was going to be. It's going to be a lesser situation, not worst case scenario. Okay? So the left side, the feminine side.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good
Yeah.
luck, honey.
Judith is asking that she has a job that she loves. She just started, but she just got the opportunity to apply to be a flight attendant, which she's always wanted to do. So right now she doesn't really know what to do because she has this one job she loves, but she has this opportunity to do something she's always wanted to do. So wondering which way to go with that.
What's your name again?
Judith.
Judith, you know what I got when Dylan was talking? Oh, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Listen, it's important to follow what you've always wanted to do because time passes so quickly. Ask yourself this. How long can I see myself working on this at this job? Would it be 8 years or 10 years or whatever? And then, okay, then what's my life going to look like at that particular time? Is that the time I'm going to want to be a flight attendant 10 years from now? You know what I mean? And it would be a lot more difficult. So I know it's a big leap, but if you don't follow your passion when you get older, that's what you have to remember. You didn't follow your passion, and it eluded you. So this isn't a time to shelf what you want to do. This is a time to go for it. Jump, 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 jump.
There you go.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Very fun.
So be encouraged, you guys. I mean, I know there's so much shifting in the elements right now and so much shifting in the world, and life changes so quickly every single day. And, and so I went to sleep when I was 30 and woke up when I was 60. That's how you feel. But it happened that fast. And so don't wait and delay things that you know in your heart you want to do. Do them while you can. And then the other stuff, it'll come as it's supposed to. But you have the right to live your dream. You have the right to do what you love. You don't have to put up with a workplace or a home life that makes you miserable.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This will be a fun one.
Okay.
We have Haley saying, in the future, when I have another child, do you think it will be a boy or a girl?
Okay. Well, Miss Haley, I think that a little girl is going to follow you. And she's just waiting in spirit for the perfect time. and you will know when it's right. And maybe in about a year, you know, just stay calm. Get yourself an American Doll that you can dress up. Yeah. And so, but you know what? She's going to be as beautiful as you are. She's going to be as pretty as her brother, but in a different way. So hold on. She's waiting for you too, and she knows you're going to be a good mommy to a little girl. And so you just keep working at that, okay? You're going to be a good mommy to a little girl. I love you.
Like I said, that one would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sherry saying, will I have love in my life this year?
Well, I don't know your situation, but I heard them tell me, do you want love in your life this year? And if you do, what are you willing to do for it? A lot of people are walking around with the appetite that they want love in their life. But one of the key elements is, how much are you willing to give? How much are you willing to compromise? And what are you willing to allow in your life? And what are you not willing to allow in your life? When you're clear on those kinds of issues, then you can safely step into love and trust it'll be the one you've been waiting for. But if you're not certain on those points, then you're walking into another pattern of some kind on some level. So I'm hearing that for you, love will be available, but it's your choice as to what you're willing to give up, compromise, or have to give in the relationship. You know? So maybe that person may have some situations in their life that you had never thought about, you know? And now you have to make the determining factor if that's what you want. And that might be tough, especially if emotions are involved. So, tread softly, but with wisdom and discernment. You know, you can do it. You can attract love into your life. Just stay positive. Good luck. Thank you.
Be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Be true to yourself, that's for sure.
We have Michael saying that there's a girl that he loves more than anything. And they're
Michael, a girl who loves more than it.
And they're not able to be together right now because of some stuff going on, and so he's wondering if he should stay or move on.
And this is Michael?
Michael.
Well, you know, if this is a hasty question, hang on. If you've been thinking about this for more than a month, and it's the first thing you think about in the morning and the last thing you think about at night, and it just doesn't feel good, and your solar plexus are telling you, we got to get out of here, you know, for your own sake. Pay attention to that. Honestly, people are people, you know, and whenever someone has a chance to operate in their weakness sometimes, they'll do it, unknowingly oftentimes. So I'm kind of thinking that you got to trust your own gut. It doesn't feel like that you'll stay, but I think that maybe you're staying with new terms. And if you don't do that, then you're gone. So good luck, but you know, the healthy selfishness I'm talking about, practice that in your observations and the conclusions that you come to. Okay?
There you go. And yeah, I mean, you've answered quite a bit so far tonight.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah, you are. And if anyone here has anything else they want to ask, and if we're not able to get to your questions tonight, I'm really sorry. Please come in and see us at 3114 East Indian School Road. We're in Phoenix. Or if you can't come in, give us a call. We can always do a phone reading for you. You can call us at 480-949-1888. I always love doing these. These are so much fun.
Now, what I also want to convey to our audience tonight,
Yes.
okay, is that there are classes that I do also.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And the next class is going to be, I think, the message circle, right? Message circle and then the tarot class. So that's this February. So, and the 17th and the 22nd, I think, 23rd. The 23rd, I think. So anyway, but call the store. The customer reps at the front desk, they'll help you out with that. And the message circle, it's a circle of wonderful souls. We all do a meditation, and we become one in love, only love. And we connect heart chakras, and then we hold that space of like 8 to 10 people, you know, and then spirit just comes in like crazy, and it's such a bonding experience. And then whenever the love vibration is at a certain point, that's when angels and guides and I do a pet message circle too, so pets will show up. It's like everybody knows that we're attuned to listen to them or to hear them or see them. So it's a beautiful experience. I am so thrilled and humbled at the opportunity to be able to host that in. So I have a good following, and there are regulars that come back all the time. It's very precious. So look that up. Also, my tarot class now, see, I'm at level 2, and the level 2 is about the minor arcana. So the minor arcana, we look at every single detail because the minor is about daily details. And by the way, now in the class, Morgan Greer deck is what I recommend. I happen tonight to be the handle deck. And the handle is really my personal go-to. And, well, I'm not going to even show that card. Here, richness, that's good. See there? Isn't that cool? And it's stones instead of coins. Or that. Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Let me look for a pretty.
See, okay, now you and I could go on a whole conversation about this one here.
Why?
Because I think a lot of people have a misconception about the tower
We're
card.
showing the tower.
So this is the tower card. A lot of people have, I think, a little bit of a misconception there because it's a destruction. That's what it looks like. Everything's being destroyed.
Right.
But whenever I have ever seen this card come up, for myself, for others, anything like that, I've always seen it at a huge turning point.
Definitely.
And because it is the destruction. And, you know, you always talk about, like, when you're moving, everything gets a bit chaotic before it becomes, you know, how you want it to be. You need things to kind of tear down and fall apart before you're able to kind of piece it back together sometimes, depending on the situation. Sometimes it just kind of flows from one thing to the other and all is really nice and beautiful and great.
Oh, I know. The tower could be described as you're going through your 10-year cycle and you get to the 9-year and it clicks into 10 and then 1, you know? Well, this would be like right where the tower is working its magic.
Oh, yeah.
And dismantling everything that's not working anymore. So when that tower collapses, what I love about the tower is that the foundation is always still
It's
there.
like the same thing. That's funny. It always takes you back to that point. It takes you back
does.
to the
very beginning of this storyline that falls apart.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you your truest self.
Yeah.
Your friends who are your truest. You know, anyone who's going to be there for you, who you are at the core.
Yeah, because see, that's what the end of the cycle is all about, is letting go of what isn't useful and what's not of light, and then stepping more into maybe a higher perspective of what love and light looks like. Okay. And so this is the handle deck, and this is the one that I used on 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was off that day, and I sat on my couch the whole day and just had a big old conversation with the universe.
Oh, there you go.
And if you want to know what I found out, come into the store.
I won't tell you how old I was.
And that prophecy is coming home today.
Oh. Yeah, I might have to talk about that.
I know.
I kind of want to know what happened. Yeah, we won't even talk about how old I was when 9/11 happened.
She was probably still in diapers.
I was not. It was what, 2001?
2001.